Good afternoon, Lasagna Club. I can't wait to watch this video on a rainy day because the sun is shining, the sky is blue. And if you ever look at pictures of the Alto-Adige region in northern Italy, you're just going to see sloping hillsides with the same blue sky, the same greenery all the way around you. Such is the case with the Elena, Welch, Lagrein 2017. So as Canadians, we have always had two identities, you know, the idea of the Francophone side of Canada and the Anglophone side of Canada. And, you know, it's very similar in the Alto-Adige region as well. It also goes by the name of Südtirol, which is the south of Tyrol, as in the Austro-Hungarian Empire, because up until the end of World War I, that part of Italy was in fact part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. And they've kept that identity and they are very strong with it. So Lagrein is a grape that's kind of grown around the city of Bolzano, which is like the cultural hub in the area. It requires a ton of heat to grow. And when we're in Alto-Adige, we're talking about white wine country. We're talking about Pinot Grigio, Gewürztraminer, Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, grown high up in the hillsides. And so this is grown much, much more on the like lower part of the hills. Even in the town, you can find vines of Lagrein growing high up above houses. They train them up in these big pergolas. It's yeah, it's a red wine grape from white wine country, and still it just kind of like still shows off this really plush fruit and this opulent kind of fruity note that I wouldn't normally expect from this, and it's because it requires so much heat to ripen. So they pick the sunniest spots, the warmest expositions for this grape to grow. And yeah, I mean, you're not going to really find Lagrein grown anywhere else other than in the Alto Adige region. When we're talking about, you know, a lady who's fanatical about her vineyards, you know, Elena Welch definitely comes to mind because, you know, everything has got to be sustainable, no herbicides. You know, she makes sure she drives like electric cars around. She's definitely committed to handing her vineyards down to her daughters in a better state than what she found them. And so yeah, the wines are. She doesn't let people smoke in her vineyards or on her properties. It's pretty cool. So yeah, Lagrein from Alto Adige from Elena Welch. Yeah, there's a little smoky note that really kind of blends into the fruit on this wine. It's got a little bit of bottle age on it already from 2017. Uh, yeah, like they actually make rosé out of this wine too. So Lagrein has the red form, but they would also call it Rosato, or for their Austrian counterparts, they would call it Kretzner, just like they would call prosciutto like prosciutto, but then the Austrian side would call it Speck. So they've got two kind of names for most things in Alto Adige, even for their own region. It's not dissimilar to the Quebecois and the rest of Canada. And they would also like to have their own independence too. So it's a complicated region, very autonomous from the rest of Italy for sure. So Elena Welch, Lagrein 2017 from Alto Adige. Enjoy.